Oh, did I get a notification that I can't type either. Wow, great. Let's see if anybody's even awake at this time. Oh, that's why. Hello, Kieran, Luck, and Babe Takoy, and Lady Maria. I'm doing well. How are you? Veronica, but being in Europe helps. Hello, Crystal. And Margie Lynn, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm wearing my Wang OD shirt. I feel like I'm always wearing this shirt. Should I take this off? There's a glare. Loving the shirt. Thank you. Alvin, cheers to you in Sydney. It must be really, really late there. Or early in the morning. Hello, Asupra. I'm going to sleep, but I see you live. Ah, thank you very much. Miss you more. Minerva, what's up? Beautiful day to you too. It's 8 a.m. Well, good morning. I guess I'll take this off. Ow. How is everybody? I know, I'm happy you're here, Vera. Vera? Is it Vera? I'm saying it wrong. You going to work? Make that money, honey. Just dropping by to send hugs. Aw, I'm sending hugs right back to you. I said it right? Woohoo! I gotta go turn my heat around. I literally did karaoke before coming on because I just wanted to kind of hang out and talk to everybody. Enjoy your live stream. Thank you, Alvin. Peace out. Lloyd, what's up? Good day. I'm all right. You know, hanging in there. Just hanging in there. I haven't been on here since like before Thanksgiving, so I figured, actually, I think it's been like a week. Just about. Thank you, Jerk Prank TV. I support you. Glad you're doing good. I take all my chances to see you guys. Oh, thank you. Gotta fix this. This is broken. Fun and block ya all. Magandang umaga to you too. Good morning, Marge. There's a new copyright law? That stinks. Love your shirt. Can I have one? Actually, it was sent to me by my wonderful friend. Hello, Nick Gers. What's up? I hope I said that right. Are you feeling okay now? You know, as okay as I can be. Oh, I see what you just did. That's rude. I didn't say the N-word. I actually pronounced both of them perfectly, so it didn't come out like the word you were trying to get me to say. auto blocking if content is picked up something. I hope it won't. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you. Thank you. You like my glasses? These were like the cheapest ones that I could find. What am I supposed to do when the best part of me was on? I'm falling to pieces. By the way, good morning, everyone. Oh, everybody's so sweet. No, I would never ever say the N-word. Are you kidding me? I didn't know that that's what he was trying to get me to say until after I looked at it, which is not nice. That's definitely not nice. Honestly, that's my biggest problem with reaction videos to music is the copyright. Like, it's just so frustrating. You put all this work into a video to edit it and post it, and then the minute it gets posted, it's blocked and nobody can even watch it. It's so annoying. Ooh, I need to get my eyebrows waxed. Actually, I have a wedding this weekend that I'm going to. I need to like get myself not looking a hot mess. Dear, I like your body now. Me? You talking to me? Good day, Sheila. What's up? Oh, my love. I get so happy when I see you in my feed. It brightens my day. Oh, I have a thingy in my pocket. Look at this do. Like, this needs to maybe be a little bit more not crazy. Oh, jeez. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys are very sweet. I'm moving that back. These pants are so fun because, like, when I get, like, really, really fidgety, I just do that. Yes, I have lost weight. Now I'm down about 35 pounds. Trying to lose, like, maybe 5 more, 10 more. Yeah, these are ASMR pants. That's funny. I didn't even think of that. I'm going to make a video of like 5 minutes long of me just doing this into my microphone. My stomach hurts. Oh, jeez. What did that say? Hey. Content? Is that what you're saying? Hello, Lizelle. How are you? This was a random live stream. I was bored and decided I have nothing to do right now. So, here I am. I really need to get a haircut. Hello, Sheila. Good morning. Everybody's so sweet. I'm fine, Tori, and how about you? The group is waiting for your live every day. I've been like just trying to keep busy and not like be home. So that's why I haven't gone live. But I figured, hey, I'm not doing anything right now, so I'm falling to pieces. Yeah, I'm fine. How about you? Not, I'm all right. That's always good. We're happy to see you. And I'm happy to see you guys. You guys. It's like really pouring right now. Anna, Leilani. Been busy. Nice to catch up with you. Very nice to catch up with you. Always nice to see you. Everybody's so, you know what I'm going to do? It's a good idea so I don't have to squint and look like a complete jackass. I have an idea. Now I get why the song was November Rain. Yeah, for real. Here we are. Please go away. All right. No. Here we go. At least now I'll be able to see the chat and not have to squint at my screen. Oh, actually, I could look up there, but then I'm looking up. I'm really thinking too much into this right now. All right, so I decided this is what I want to do. Because we all need pick-me-ups sometimes, right? I'm going to make a video like this, too. What's up, Pierre? How are you? I love Pierre. Pierre's like the dude, you know? Good to hear you're getting busy again. Yeah, I'm trying. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you. Just trying to, you know what it is? Like, I've just been trying to stay busy with, like, family and friends and stuff like that. Why do Dasher and Dancer love coffee? Because they're Santa's star bucks. It's funny. That's so stupid. Oh my god. These are like really stupid jokes. Okay. Hold on. Bad puns. Hello, Gems. All right, ready? What? No. That's stupid. That's stupid. All of these are stupid. I'm done with these. All right. Trying to find some funny. Nope. Not this one. Short and funny jokes. Top 100 funny jokes. All right, but where is it? Like, okay, I get it. You use cookies. A man asks a farmer near a field, "Sorry, sir, would you mind if I crossed your field instead of going around it? You see, I have to catch the 4:23 train." The farmer says, "Sure, go right ahead. And if my bull sees you, you'll even catch the 4:11 one." Huh? The doctor says, "I'm sorry, but you suffer from a terminal illness and have only 10 days to live." Oh, wait, no, he says, "You only have 10 to live." Patient, what do you mean 10? 10 what? Months? Weeks? Doctor, 9. Minutes, maybe? That was stupid. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Of course, because a house doesn't jump. That's silly. Anton, do you think I'm a bad mother? My name is Paul. That's funny. About 85%. Tori, I can't wait for you to see the whole video we're making. I'm going to react to, it's going to be, oh man. I've been putting off reacting to the Territory 1 year anniversary video. But I'm going to react to your video, Pierre, and the one that Sheila made, all in the same vlog. My dog used to chase people on a bike a lot. It got so bad, finally I had to take his bike away. See what they did there. Oh, seconds, got it. My voice is done. What is the difference between a snowman and a snow woman? Snowballs. That one's actually funny. That one actually is a good one. Mother, how was school today, Patrick? It was great, Mom. Today we made explosives. Oh, they do very fancy stuff with you these days. And what will you do at school tomorrow? Patrick, what school? Mom, where do tampons go? Where babies come from, darling. That's stupid. Some of these are stupid. Like, not funny. Not funny at all. Let's see. What else do we have? I dreamed I was forced to eat a giant marshmallow. When I woke up, my pillow was gone. I don't even know why I wasted my breath. Man to his priest. Yesterday I sinned with an 18-year-old girl. The priest says, squeeze 18 lemons and drink the juice all at once. The man says, and that frees me from my sin? The priest says, no, but it frees your face from that dirty grin. That's funny. By the way, Tori, your letter to yourself makes you so emotional in your other channel. I know you want to cry. Yeah, that that was definitely an emotional video for me. For sure. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you. I'm just, right now it's just self-love time. Self-love. That's it. Just gotta love yourself. It's very important. The doctor says part of that is like being able to laugh and like I've been just, like immersing myself in things that are gonna just keep me laughing. Hello, Kate. Thanksgiving was all right. Thank you very much for asking. I'm doing all right. How are you? Yeah, sometimes that's the most important thing, is to just focus on you. Focus on being happy, finding your happiness. Are you on your PC? Huh? What's up, Dan W? Finally made it into the live chat. Was watching the Insight Mars landing. Oh, snap! That's pretty dope. I found a great new drug that can help you with your sleeping problem. Great. How often do I have to take it? Every 2 hours. I don't get it. Sleep with an open window tonight. 1,400 mosquitoes like that. 420 mosquitoes commented on it. 210 mosquitoes shared this. One mosquito invited for the event. What? Some of these are really stupid. Life is what you make of it. Be happy. Yeah. Somebody once told me a very long time ago, happiness is a state of mind, not a state of being. Happiness is all about how you think about things. And Yeah. It's all up here. How's your weekend? My weekend was all right. I'm still here working and watching. Thank you, Lloyd. Thank you very much. Hello, Vartan Pyre. Cheers to you in Cyprus. You going to work, bye, Kieran? Oh, geez. My wife suffers from a drinking problem. Oh, is she an alcoholic? No, I am, but she's the one who suffers. I can't. That one's stupid. Coco Chanel once said that you should put perfume on places where you want to be kissed by a man. But hell, does that burn? Well, in that case, I'm not putting perfume anywhere because I don't like men. Actually, it's work to get there. But it absolutely is work to get to this place of truly loving yourself, and appreciating who you are and what you have to offer and bring to the table. A lot of the times, especially in my life, I've allowed other people's opinions of me, even your guys' opinions. Not to say that your opinions don't matter, but I've allowed the opinions of others to dictate how I feel about me. And in therapy, my therapist constantly tells me, you can't seek validation from others, because when those others that are giving you that validation leave or don't give that validation to you anymore, what do you have? You have nothing. All you have is yourself. And if you can't give it to yourself, then you don't truly have it, Yes, I do go to college. You must know Fran, right? Yes, I do. Yes, I do know Fran. What are your plans this coming Christmas? It's a very good question, actually. I have no idea. I'm kind of just taking this daily, one day at a time. I think I know what I'm doing Christmas Eve, but I'm happy you do not let it dictate you anymore. I'm trying. I can't say that, I'm 100% out of the woods like you guys are saying. It's work. It's constant work daily to continue to, you have to continue to remind yourself that you're good, and it's work. It takes a lot of work. And it's almost like that saying, like, fake it till you make it. Even if you don't believe it at first, eventually, like, you train your brain to actually believe it, and that's where I'm at right now. I wouldn't 100% say that I'm out of the woods, but but I'm working on it, Oh, Fran's your best friend? I love Fran. She's the sweetest. She really is. Her support has been so truly incredible. I can't thank her enough for all her support. Happy anniversary to me, 1 year of being subscriber. Oh my God, really? Happy anniversary. The fact that you even remember that, like when you subscribed, that's amazing. I'm sending so much love to you from my heart strings. You're working over Christmas? That sucks. I know it's sad for me because I'm working over Christmas Day. It's work. I always say that I do not let others win by pushing me down and making me sad. That's it. You can only be, and I'm learning that in therapy, like being completely honest. My therapist has always said to me, anytime I had a complaint about something somebody else was doing, you're only in charge of you. You are not in charge of the actions, the reactions of other people. You cannot control what other people do, no matter how much you want to. You can't. You can't control when somebody's going to hurt you. You can't control when they're going to come back. You can't control anything. You can't control anything that happens. The only thing you can control is you, how you deal with the situation, what you choose to do for yourself. And my therapist, she's helped me through a lot of things. You know, this whole reason why, like, if you're going through something, you have to treat yourself good and get through it in a positive way, and develop positive coping mechanisms. That's her, you know. She's constantly reminding me, you know, don't get crazy, don't get reckless, don't get stupid. It's only going to hurt you in the end, you know. You are a polite person to talk to. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you very much, Karen. I just like talking. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. At the end of the day, everything always works out in the end. Regardless of what the end result is or what the situation is, things will always work out as they should. And sometimes when you're in the midst of it, it's hard to understand that. And sometimes it makes you sick to your absolute stomach. But you gotta just, like old Dory says, you gotta just keep swimming, man. Just keep swimming. Just going to celebrate it here in the house with the family. And by the way, maybe you would like to join on our advance. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Sheila. I don't know if you're talking to me, but if you are, I'm either gonna go live on the 30th, or you guys FaceTime me or whatever. You have control of yourself. Yep. What's up, Divine? Good morning. Miss you more. I'm glad you found help. Yeah, you know what? I think, in my humble opinion, it takes a lot of swallowing your pride to go to a therapist and to be able to say, you know what? I'm a work in progress. Like, it does. It takes a lot of strength to be able to do that. Yes, that's Francesca. Yes. Wow, Sheila, that's nice. Thanks for inviting me. I think I have work with that. I will try. It took me several years to get this far. No therapist, so I took it on there. Honestly, Vera, the path is rough regardless. You know, the path, whether you have a therapist or not, the path is rough. You know, it's not an easy task. But they say nothing worth it in life is ever easy, you know. You want to make it as a singer, you have to put in the work. You want to be a lawyer, you got to go to school, put in the work. You want a relationship to last, you got to put in the work, you know. Only the strong survive. Where's my money? I don't know. Where is it? I don't have it. That's for damn sure. I may actually watch if you are live. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be going live. It takes a lot of swallowing. Lots and lots. True, I managed to get my boyfriend doing therapy with his anxiety and depression. Yeah, and you know what? It's surprising how much stuff comes up, you know, that you never even realized was affecting how you are as an adult. You don't realize that things that happened to you as a kid, even if they were traumatic, you kind of just go on with your life and continue trucking on. You don't realize that those things really, like, make us who we are, you know. I have to go. I have work. See you next time. Bye, Lloyd. I don't know why I yell. You guys can hear me. Yeah, it's like something you, like, I didn't realize certain things that I guess I put in my head that they weren't big. They were big, but they weren't like, oh, that didn't make me any certain way. You don't think about it. They were things that upset me, things that definitely traumatized me as a kid, from a kid, that I never really realized until going to this therapist. Hello, Elizabeth. Cheers to you in Japan. I want to visit Japan. And it's like once you start putting those pieces together, that like this thing that happened here when you were 8 is actually affecting you here as a 29-year-old. Once you connect the dots, it's still hard to break that that barrier, and it's hard to break those habits that you've developed from those things that happened from a kid. But at least, the very least, you can connect the dots and understand, okay, I'm not an asshole. It's just this happened that led me here, that led me here. It's kind of like how a doctor needs to, it's not just identifying the disease and cutting out the disease. The best way to take care of somebody physically is to identify where it came from, so that once you cut that disease out, you can ensure that going forward, it'll never happen again. You have to pinpoint where it started, you know? Yes, exactly, Vera. We block the toxic stuff out. We block the negativity, but you're right, it is toxic. It's like brushing it under the carpet. Oh, if I don't see it, it's not there, but it is, and it's always there. And then what happens when all that shit just piles up and piles up and piles up? You can't cover it anymore. You have to clean it out and get rid of it, you know? And that's what therapy is for. And it's helping me for sure, you know? At the very least, it gives perspective, sometimes a different perspective, but it just puts things into perspective. Belinda Belosis, hey there. Hello. Suffers from anxiety attacks, hereditary, so have to take clonazepam twice a day. Keeps my heart from freaking out, though. Oh, damn. Yeah, anxiety can be debilitating. Bye, Lloyd. Sorry that I can't stay long in this live chat. I'm so busy this month end. No, it's all right. Don't be sorry at all. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying. I'm definitely trying to eat nutritious foods. I've been eating a lot of smoothies lately. At 63, I try to take it. That's it. I watched The Secret, and one of the speakers on The Secret said, you know, life is like driving down a very dark road with no lights on it. You don't know, you can't see the road ahead. You can only see 10 to 15 feet in front of you where the lights are shining. But if you just have faith that the path will unfold, and the next path and the next path, then, you know, you'll get to your destination. You cannot deal with it. It made me high functioning depressed. I think that's what I am right now, actually. Everything will be fine. Us, your Territorians, will. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you guys. You guys really, really have been incredible. All of us have our rough times during childhood that still affects us now in some ways, but we just have to be strong and hold on and surrender to God. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody has something that has happened to them in their life, whether when they were a child, or whether it happened last year or 5 years ago, whatever it is. We all have those things that shape us into who we are and how we are as people. That's my dog. I actually believe in The Secret. So do I. Luigi! There's nobody there. Dude. Guy. What's up, Ada? Been missing you. Well, here I am. Also, that sometimes something may seem awful now, but in the end, something good may come out of it. Yeah. Absolutely. That is true. Um, I think I've become a little bit more of a skeptic these last year or so. But um bye Sheila, take care. You guys are so sweet to one another. I love it. Life is full of challenges that we need to be, yeah, you gotta be strong. You gotta grab yourself by the gonads and keep it moving in life. I think um being initially like really depressed 2 years ago really really like changed my entire life, and I think I swore to myself then that I would not let myself fall apart again like that. It's all about taking a negative and turning it into a positive. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, which is kind of bullshit because, like, if you read, they tell you exactly what you're picking out of the box. So Forrest Gump didn't really. He was a little slow. I may not have to catch. I may not have had to catch you live till now, but always loved it. Thank you, Vera. Thank you very much. You just don't know how we think. How are you doing? Sheila had been a very, yes, Sheila's wonderful. Sheila's amazing. I'm so very thankful for Sheila. What's up, Eden? Exactly. That's the thing. And that was another thing, like I swore to myself that I wouldn't um buckle in the face of a challenge, you know, um, and I wouldn't give up in the face of a challenge, whatever challenge it was, like even down to when we went away over the summer and I tried to climb, and this may sound so stupid, but like I'm a scaredy cat sometimes, and I tried to do rock climbing, and I got so scared. It wasn't even that I couldn't do it strength wise. I just got so afraid of like I realized how high off the ground I was, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so scary." So in my fear, I jumped down, and then I promised myself, at that moment, I was like, "No, I'm not going to allow this to conquer me. I'm going to conquer this." And I jumped down, and the guy was like, "Do you want to do it again?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I'm gonna do it again." And that second time I went up, I was on a mission. And when I'm on a mission, anybody who knows me knows when I am on a mission, there is nothing. I get tunnel vision. You're not stopping me. It's just not happening. So I went on my merry way, and I friggin' climbed that rock thing, and I hit the buzzer at the top. And when I jumped down, I felt accomplished. I felt like I had done something. It was like kind of like a spiritual thing, you know? Thank you, Ruth. Thank you very much. I miss you too. What's up, Rory? My dad hates that movie for some reason. I like Forrest Gump. It's pretty funny. I take challenges and find motivation through them. Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to stare at any obstacle in the face and say, "Nope, sorry, I'm stronger than you. I'm better than you, and I will conquer you." Um, and I think that's kind of just how I'm. I've been living my life. You know. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you. Yes, you'll definitely see me for sure. You'll definitely see me. Um, but yeah, that's how I'm tackling life. My motto in life lately has just been challenge accepted. That is literally my motto in life. That's my my mantra. You want to challenge whatever it is. Okay, challenge accepted. And if I put my head to something, if I put my mind to something, I'm doing it. There's no question about it. I will try 17 million times and fail 17 million times. But on that 17 million and first time, I'll get it. And that's how I am. That's how I've always been. But I'm kind of learning to channel that in a positive way for myself. I kind of said that, and that's where that letter came from. You know, it was like I was feeling really down about who I am as a person, and kind of just really, really getting into this negative talk of like, you're unworthy, you're not good enough, that type of talk. And I was like, I literally said to myself, challenge accepted. And I sat down and I cried and I wrote this letter to myself while crying. And then I was like, you know what? I just kind of inspired myself. I'm going to make a video about this. And I did. I can relate to that. I have a lot of struggles in life since I was born, when my biological mother left me in a hospital. That's it. That's it, Divine. You know, and even that can really, really mess with you as a human being, you know, like talk about those feelings of worthlessness, feelings of like, you're not good enough. You know, when a parent, especially a mother, leaves a child for whatever reason, I know that the child has to feel like, you know, why wasn't I good enough? You know? Thank you, Belinda. Mwah! That's for you. I love you guys very much. That's it. That's it, Vera. Those words are poison, and they really do infect. They genuinely do infect. They infect every aspect of your life, and you don't even realize it. You know, you think it's okay. And again, I'm working through this in therapy. My therapist is always telling me, she's like, why are you saying these things about yourself? Stop. And she like, and I don't even realize, because it's become something that I've done like on autopilot, and I don't even realize when I'm doing it. And now I'm starting to recognize when I'm being mean to myself, or when I'm talking about myself in a negative way, or when I'm dumbing myself down, or whatever. And yeah, no, that's not going to happen anymore. Actually, a shrink in my country once said, you should write yourself a letter. Oh, really? That's funny, because my therapist didn't even give me that idea. My therapist is all about journaling and writing down your feelings, and documenting how you're feeling and everything like that, and writing people letters. Even if you don't give it to them, just write them a letter so you get your feelings out. So I guess I kind of developed that maybe from her. She's so good, man. She's just so good. Homie, don't do heights either. Honestly, neither do I. Hate flying. But that's the thing. Like, if you go to my other channel and you watch my Tori Franco's life, that's basically what I want my videos to really be. And at the core of every single video, I want it to be like me facing a fear, or facing something, to overcome something, you know, whether it's in the form of a vlog, or whatever, you know. And if you go to my other channel, that's like, I rode in helicopter because I'm afraid of heights and flying, and I'm afraid to do it. And I was like, you know what, this is gonna, A, it's gonna be for really good content, it's gonna make a really good video, and B, I'll be facing one of my biggest fears, you know. Because when you conquer all of your fears, and you conquer all of the negative shit, there's nothing left but your confidence in yourself, you know? You don't meet it. He said, like, if you gotta meet a toxic family member, prepare yourself by putting down onto paper what you expect will happen so you're prepped. Wow, that's actually a good idea. Mine comes from falling backwards off a 24-foot extension ladder when I was 4. Oh, damn. See, though, that's another thing. Like, it all comes from somewhere. But I can't get much higher than my mobile home roof. Damn. Thank you, Vera. Thank you. Luigi, it's rain, dude. That's what it is. It falls from the sky and makes noises outside. And I get it that you're like really upset about it, but there's nothing we can do. Okay? He's just sitting there blinking. He's like, forgot my cape for that little episode though. Hello, Lil V Kook. I don't know if I said that right, and I apologize because I probably didn't. But see, it's like that idea, this idea that like your greatest challenges, once overcome, will be your biggest triumphs. You know, and I truly believe that, and want to spread that to everybody. I want to spread that message to anybody who's willing to listen. Mine comes from attempting to ride a horse at the age of 5 and freaking the ish out and falling off. Oh, damn. I don't know where my fear of, not heights. Well, yeah, heights. But I don't know where my fear of flying comes from. I used to be okay flying. I think it's, with flying, I think it's the lack of control. Like, I need to always be staring out the window. I need to be able to see the ground. Like, I don't like that there is another person in charge of my life. Like, I don't trust it. I don't like it. It freaks me the hell out. Horses are like sitting on a high rise when you're 5. I rode a horse when I was like 8. Her name was Candy. I'll never forget her. She was the youngest horse, and I was the youngest person in the group. So they gave me her, and her name was Candy. And then my sister's horse, his name was Scout, I'm pretty sure. And Scout had a pooping problem. And while we were on the trail, Scout farted and pooped in the middle of the trail and stopped the entire trail, which makes sense because if you know my sister, then you know that my sister is a pooper. I once went up into an attic a couple years ago, and I was freaked out. Like, I literally sat up in that attic for a couple minutes, and I was like, how am I getting down? Because I'm really scared. Oh, man. Yes, Tori. Great help writing letter to yourself. What I'm doing is I talk to myself in front of the mirror. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that too, like internally, looking at myself like, you're friggin' beautiful. You are a good human being. I thought it was a good idea, then I panicked and yelled, Mom, it's moving, and panicked. It lives. Claustrophobics or addicts. Claustrophobia is another thing. I'm terrified of the dark, too. A lot of hang-ups. We're working on them, one thing at a time. Bye, Divine. Love you more. Enjoy. Be safe. Have fun. Yeah, what was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say. Your living set of phobias. I think I'll put my feet up. Maybe. There we go. It's like no shave November here, but I can't get down with that because that's not happening in life. Join the club. I'm a living. Oh, I read that. But never boring around me. Never a dull moment. I want to be fearless, you know? I really do. And if I'm not fearless, I mean, I don't know if that's possible, being completely fearless. But I want to at least be able to say that I faced my fears head on. And again, I've always been this way, you know, like if I put something into my head that I'm going to face this, that's it. Like there's no going back at that point. Like I want to say it was like my 22nd or 23rd birthday. My Aunt Minna was here. Hold on a second. To be continued. Hello. No. All right, just be careful. No, I had a smoothie. I'm not hungry right now. Yeah. I know. I don't know what she's doing, to be quite honest. I have no idea. Um, she said see you tomorrow. So I don't know if she's not contagious. Then yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it is Coxsackie though. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Because it sounds to me, I looked up the symptoms. It sounds to me like lupus. Like she's got all the symptoms of lupus. Yeah, like literally, like to the point where she, um, she came home that first day. She said she couldn't move. She was like achy in her joints and her neck. That's one of the symptoms. Then I think she had a fever. That's a symptom. She's been really tired lately. That's a symptom. Um, a rash. That's a symptom. Yeah, but I didn't want to scare her because obviously, what am I? I don't know anything, you know? So, yeah. I guess we'll see when the blood work comes back. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I think lupus comes up in a blood test. I don't know. So, yeah. I'd rather it be Coxsackie. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, no, yeah, he's fine. He's literally sitting on top of my clothes right now, just barking at nothing. I can see his little head. It's so funny. Yes, he just keeps picking up his head and barking for some reason. I don't know why. He's a weirdo. He's out of his mind. Yeah. Why? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then that was Naughty saying, "Hey, I'm watching." So anyway, all right, I love you, Ma. No, no, I'm not going anywhere. All right, love you. Bye. Sorry, that was my mom. What was I saying? Oh, wait, what was I saying? I don't remember. I don't know. I was telling you guys a story, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, airlines are a-holes too. Rain, rain doggy. Mama told me there was bad things out there. Remind me of my that used to bark till he went mute. See, I don't know if my dog is fine with like thunder and rain. It's like stupid. Like when a leaf blows, that's when he gets crazy. I'm like, really, dude? I don't know what I was gonna say. Yes, greetings to her. She was letting me know that she's going to get her nails done. And at 29 years old, she was asking me, "You're not leaving, are you? You're not leaving the house?" Not today, Satan. I was a battered child back then. It made some scars, but I found in my heart to forgive those people who have hurt me emotionally and physically. Yeah, Elizabeth, I think I have to do that too, actually. My therapist is trying to walk me through not holding on to anger to people who were abusive in my childhood. Um, and I think, who the hell are you? Um, yeah. So I think the next letter is going to be to that person, but I'm not definitely not reading that out loud. um, I don't know if I'm ready to forgive that person, to be quite honest, for what they did when I was a kid. Because to me, it's like, if I could write a letter to that person and basically be like, listen, I forgive you for me, but I still think you're a shit human being for what you did. Um, and I will never allow you back into my life, into my children's lives, um, ever again. And I'm okay with that. If I could do that, then because that's it. You know what I mean? Like I want to know that forgiveness means I forgive that person for what they did to me, but they're still never going to be allowed back in my life ever. I'm thankful for everyone who backstabbed me and treated me bad. I became who I am because of them and love being me. Not in a narcissist. No, it's a healthy love for yourself. And we all have to have that, you know? Just surround yourself with happy and loving people. Stay away from the toxic ones. Yeah, people with addictions and stuff like that. You know what? I've basically been doing that. You know, I tend to close off arseholes, even if I manage to forgive them. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, there are some things that are forgivable that you can move past and get through. Um, and I think at the core of that moving past things, there has to be a genuine love for that human being, whether that's a significant other that did you wrong or a parent. You have to genuinely, unconditionally love somebody in order to be able to move past something that they did that really, really hurt you and broke you. This particular person, I have no love for. Like, literally, not one single ounce of love for that person. Um, so there is no getting past um, or moving on with them. Obviously, there's moving on because at this point I'm indifferent to this person, and um, could really give a shit less about what goes on in this person's life. But I do still hold a lot of anger towards this person, which I know is not good for me. Um, and that, I think, is what my therapist was saying, like, needs to be worked on. Because when you hold on to anger, you don't hurt the person that you're angry with. You're hurting yourself by holding on to anger. I'm going through that myself. I had a friend betray me on a savage level, and I, as of yet, can't forgive that shit. It's okay to forgive from afar. It's okay to be like, you know what? What you did is your issue, and you have to deal with it. You hurt me. I will never allow that behavior again in my life for myself. Out here in the mountains, it would be understandable. Since there are things here that will eat you, I always carry a powerful flashlight and a sidearm. I want to get a gun, actually. That's the important part, is to face your fears, but don't ignore them, because sometimes they will keep you alive. Yeah. And a lot of things, like, I've done a lot of that in my life. Avoiding. I've done a lot of avoiding in my life. Avoiding saying things to people when they upset me. Avoiding um, uh, putting my foot down. Avoiding demanding my respect for me. And I think I'm at that point, or at least getting there to that point where it's like there's no more of that. You know, I know where that avoidance comes from. I know why it's there. Therapy. I recognize that it's a problem in my life. In almost every aspect of my life, I recognize that it's a problem. And now it's tackle time. Now it's time to get to the actual work. And this is the hard part. The hard part isn't recognizing anything. At least for me, I'm very like, I'm a humble person. If I'm wrong, I will admit when I'm wrong, and I will apologize, tail between my legs, apologize and say that I was wrong or acting recklessly. I have no problem admitting when I have a problem. My issue is, or has been in my life, once you recognize it, okay, now what are you going to do about it? And I think I'm at that point in my life where it's like, I'm not going to sit idly by anymore. I'm just not going to do that, you know? I'm not going to be that person anymore. Oh, popped his head back up. Hi, Boopy, you're so cute. Where'd you get that face from? Because I want to bite it. I can't. If you guys could see this dog right now. Puppy Boops. Boopy Pants, what you doing? What are you looking at me for? I'm just sitting here. You can forgive and close them off fully. Yeah. And when it comes to that person, um, uh, that particular person from my childhood, I can't say I've forgiven that person. I definitely still have hatred for that person. It's very strong. Um, but I've taken control of the situation in the sense that I will not allow that person to penetrate my bubble. You know, this is my life and you are not invited. That's that's where I'm at. You know, I'm not I haven't been in the business of appeasing people in a very long time. You know, I do what I have to do. But for a very long time, I always appeased others. You know, let me appease people around that person so that I can at least be, you know, with these people for the holidays. But then it's like, why am I going to make myself uncomfortable just to be with XYZ for the holidays? You know, no, I'm going to create new traditions and I'm going to create my own traditions with the people that I love and choose to be around, and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to be wonderful um, doing that. I feel for you. I pretty much block out my childhood for the same reasons. Just got to be strong and be yourself despite what others have done. Yeah, that's the truth. It's hard though when you have people still. What pisses me off about this particular person is that there are people still making excuses for this person's actions. And to me, in my opinion, there are no excuses. There is no rhyme or reason. It's just you shouldn't act this way. um, well, I do block out a lot too. Hello, Ziana. Sometimes you can forgive someone, but it's hard to forget. Yeah, it is. Um, but I think that all depends on the actions that follow. Um, I think I'm the type of person who can forgive and forget. Like I will literally, if I see that you're you're making an effort to try and be back in my good graces and you're making a change and you're not doing whatever it was that you were doing, I am the type of person that can eventually move on from it. There are so many people I left behind. Yeah. Selfishly chose not to be with energy vampires or people who are toxic. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there are a lot of vampires out there, let me tell you. Gotta go. It was good. It's always good talking to you, Rory. They did not get to your level of maturity, sad. I could forgive if I see an effort to change too, but mostly those actions are gimmicks. No, I mean, it depends. It really depends on who the person is, you know? Sometimes you can just know a person's heart, even when they've done you really wrong, and they've done something really messed up to you that really hurt you. Sometimes you can just, not all the time, not even, maybe not even sometimes, but there are very rare moments when you can see through that and see a person's true heart, you know? And I think that is when it's not easy to forgive and forget, especially when you really, really care for somebody that, you know, and you hold that person has holds a high weight in your life or whatever. Um, but if you can see that person's truth inside of them, And, coupled with them obviously making an effort to give you what you deserve. And I think it is easy, you know, or not as hard at least. I mean, a lot of folks say they'll change, but they don't. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. That's true. Thank you, Vera. No, you're 100% right. There are not a lot of people out there that are willing to put in the work to change. There are not a lot of people out there that are willing to take a look within themselves and see their shortcomings. You know, those are the people, and you can pinpoint them. Those are the people that are always pointing fingers at others because they're so incredibly scared to face their own stuff. You know, um, and those people are the people that you have to really have the most love and compassion for because there's something going on inside of them. You know, but yes, you're 100% right. And then there are just people out there. I have some relatives like that are just straight up like narcissists that never ever believe that they're wrong, and will never ever admit to being wrong. It's always somebody else, you know. Um, but I know, I don't know, I don't know. I I know that there are people. I know that there are people in my life that have really hurt me. That did messed up things, but their heart, you just see their heart. You just know their heart. Folks are the ones who actually hate themselves and project it out to everyone else. Yeah, exactly. Those are the people who need the love the most, you know? The ones the ones that are projecting. Hello, Ma Luisa. Good morning. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you too. God bless. I know narcissists too well. They're the ones I avoid as an empath. They could destroy me. I want to give you a virtual hug. That's for you. Yeah, I think I'm definitely maybe an empath too. And I think that's why I give so much of me to others, you know, because I can, there's a part of me that can feel their energy. Hello, Jeannie to Perla. Holy moly. Yeah. I don't know. I think I could be. It's possible. It's possible. And I think that's why I give everybody the benefit of the doubt, um, a lot, or I have in my life, given people the benefit of the doubt. I think when you are that way, you have to spiritually, energetically come up with a way to. It's okay to feel for others. It's quite fine to feel for others, but you have to have a filter, you know. And you can't feel for others to the point that you're not feeling for yourself anymore. That is the rabbit hole that I've gotten down, is like um, feeling for others so much that I forget to feel what I'm feeling and express that. You're probably more sensitive than the normal. Oh, absolutely. I'm a really sensitive human being, like almost annoyingly sensitive. A UK YouTuber did a video about this. Oh, I gotta watch this video. She is hypersensitive too and said it's actually nothing wrong. with that. Yeah. But I think it takes time to work through it. Don't rush it. I've been dealing with a lot of that for years. Yeah, I mean, I feel like life in general is one big uphill battle. Not like in a pessimistic way, but you're you're constantly well, at least in my life, I am genuinely constantly trying to be better, and recognize my mistakes. And there are not a lot of people out there that are like that, that are willing to really sit down and recognize their own shortcomings and mistakes. Um, Actually, I would probably argue and say that there are more people out there who are unwilling to recognize their shortcomings than there are in this world. And that's why we have so much damn conflict in this world, is, because people are constantly pointing the finger at other people and not looking within themselves and really seeing, like, what did I bring to the table here to maybe um, aid in this or that happening, you know? And that's why, I don't know. Like I said, I will apologize for any wrongdoing that I've ever done, especially if it's to somebody that I care about. Um, I'm not too proud to admit. I used to be. I used to be really bad, like really bad. Um, but like I think within the last like 2 3 years, I would probably say like the last 2 years, I've really genuinely done a lot of soul searching, and a lot of therapy. Therapy really helps, but yeah, like there are still times where, yes, I have grown a lot. I have definitely grown a lot as a person. I'm happy about my growth. I'm proud of my growth. I'll never ever go back to where I was. I will never, and I'm at the point where, and this is where my therapist has helped me also, because I have recently, like, almost went back to my old stupid, reckless ways of, like, drinking my feelings and being immature. And I spoke to my therapist about it, and she's like, listen, you can't beat yourself up over those like relapses. You just have to recognize them and make sure that you never go back there. That you're catching yourself and not doing it anymore. And I did. I was able to on my own. What's up? What's up, Kulasa? Yes, Vera. There are certain, and that's the thing, and that is really what it is like there are certain um, coping mechanisms that you just get used to in life. You know, whether they're good or bad, it's just, oh, okay, this situation happened. Well, I'm used to going right to this and doing this, because that's what I've always done. So it was one of those initial reactions, because it's kind of like a reflex. It becomes like a reflex where it's like, oh, that happened, okay, now it's time to act like that because that's what I've done in the past. Then when you realize that you're hurting people that you care about when you do that, um, then you start to backtrack and you're like, no, 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 I don't want to do that. I don't want to, as much as I'm hurt, I don't want to hurt people that I care about. I don't want to lash out at people that I love and care about. So then you start to, and not only that, because I'm listening to my therapist's voice in my head say, what about you? Not only do you not want to hurt people that you care about, you don't want to regress for yourself, and you don't want to stunt your growth. And those negative things, acting recklessly, while it may feel good in the moment, it may feel good to just get your anger out in a lashing out type of way. It's not good for you in the long run. It's not good for your soul or your being or whatever, you know? Here's the video. Oh, yes, I'm going to watch that. Thank you, Vera. That's right. It's normal to resort back to old coping mechanisms, especially it's a constant process of trying to break the habit. And it is a habit. Coping mechanisms become habitual, and they become um, reflexive. But that's where the reconditioning comes in, where you're like, wait a second, now I have power over these coping mechanisms. Coping mechanisms, I can't say it. Now I have control over them, because once you recognize them and recognize that they're negative, you can then control them and stop them. And that is what I've done, you know, because you realize I don't want to be that person, you know. It's all good, Dan. It is totally all good. I don't know how long I'll be here for, but thank you for hanging out. You're lucky, because at your age, it's manageable to rewire, but the older you get, the harder. Yes, yes, that's true. The older you get, the more set in your ways you become, the harder it is to backtrack, you know? Um, that's why, and again, I'm saying, like, therapy has this therapist has absolutely, she's going to change my life. She's absolutely going to change my life. I know it. I feel it. She's already starting to, you know, with the exercises that she gives, and like the true insight that she gives. She's already starting to I'm already seeing the changes, you know. And also, again, just getting older and maturing also does that too, you know. Life also changes you. Certain people in your life change you. I need to really change this chair. Hello, Angel from New Orleans. What's up? I gotta turn this heater off. Hold on a second. Oopie, are you hungry? God, I love this dog. I can't. He just like pops his head up. He's so cute. Yeah, you have exactly. And it's sad, because there are some people in life that don't. There really are, you know, like there are some people in life that just don't evolve, don't change, don't grow into better versions of themselves. And that's sad. That really is sad. And I look at certain people in my life, and I'm like, that's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be stuck in this cycle of stupidity. You know, I'm gonna grow as a person. You have to open your mind to growing. It's something you really have to open your mind and heart to. If your mind and heart is not open to learning and growing, it's just not gonna happen, you know? And you also have to be mindful and be aware of where you're at in life, and realize that you still have, you can't ever, as human beings, we can't ever get to a point where we're like, okay, I'm where I need to be. You know, I've learned all I need to learn emotionally. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm fine, because you never are. There's always something to learn and there's someone to grow from and learn from. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, Sheila, I agree. Thanks, Vera. I don't think millennials are that bad. Those folks are not meant for today's changing and messed up society. Yeah, no, they're not. It's never too old to start new beginning. Just how you see the good and bad times. Yep, that is the truth. You focus more on yourself and what you want, and safe spaces are not bad at all. See, I think, uh, in our society, hold on. It's crazy to me when you're in a society when you're in a society where sensitivity is looked at as a bad thing. Like, to me, that's scary. Like, uh, it's scary that anybody who's sensitive is a snowflake. Anybody who is empathic or like feels something is looked at as a wuss. That's like the society we're living in nowadays. You know, um, it's all right, Pierre. Don't. It's totally fine. Um, that to me is crazy. Where it's like people with the biggest hearts. And then don't get me wrong. There are people out there who literally look for a reason to be outraged and be offended by things, and those people I'm not down with, because those people are martyrs. You know, they're just looking for reasons to be upset about something, and I can't stand that. That's the other extreme. But when you have somebody like me, for instance, who is just sensitive and can be open-minded to new ideas, and can see certain why certain things need to be a certain way or should be a certain way, it's like you're automatically a snowflake. But since when did having a heart and being compassionate become a bad thing? There was somebody on my other channel who commented on my video of me writing the letter to myself, saying basically, like, you're not special. Your story is not special. People go through shit all the time. And, you know, why are you even sharing your story? Self-love is wonderful, but what gives you the right? What makes you think you're so special to share your story? And I was like, well, first of all, I am special. You are special. Everybody's special. And everybody has a certain story to tell. Why not? You know, it's the whole beauty of art. Where does art come from? It's expressing a story. It's telling a story, whether you're painting it, whether you're writing it in a song, or nowadays making a video about it. That's a form of expression. So I was like, so basically you're saying, if, let's say, one of the Beatles or one of the best songwriters that ever lived, Prince, had a friggin' addiction problem, he shouldn't write a song about it to maybe inspire somebody else, a song about his triumph over addiction, because he's not that special, because there are people starving in Africa? Like, this is what this guy was saying. Like, that was his logic. And he's like, no, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be writing songs about it. I'm like, so what? So you're telling me you never listen to music, and when you do listen to music, you never get inspired to do something? You know, if it's an inspirational song, that shit doesn't move you to be a better person? I was like, that's what this video is. This video is me trying to inspire other people while also sharing my story. Why can't I do that? I'm not being pretentious in saying I know better than somebody else, or being pretentious in saying you need to watch my story because my story is so much more important than the starving kids in Africa. But, and then I said, I'm like, but how do you know about the starving kids in Africa? Didn't somebody tell you a story? Wasn't something shared or whatever, a video, whether it was a video or a friggin' article in a newspaper, a story about how there are starving kids in Africa? And don't those stories help us and touch us when you see kids in other countries, third world countries, living their lives certain ways that we're not used to living? Doesn't that motivate you to want to donate and help and touch you in your heart and want you to be better in this world? I'm like, that's what this video is all about. That I said to him, I'm like, dude, I'm like, obviously, I said, and I was very nice to him too. You know, normally I'd be like, you're an asshole, but I was very compassionate with him. And I was like, listen, I don't know your story. I don't know your struggles. I don't know what you've been through. But I do know that videos like this, and videos that I've seen, music that I've heard can touch people and help people. And if you know that these things have the ability to really motivate and help, why not aid in that? Why not add that to society? I was like, we as human beings, whether you believe in God or not, evolutionarily, that's not a word, we are connective human beings. We are tribal beings. We're supposed to be connected and help each other to move forward. You know, if you look at animals, certain species will help their own kind to progress and survive in life. That's what these videos are, basically. We're obviously more advanced than friggin' elephants, but that doesn't mean that we don't also have that innately in us to help each other and stay connected. I was like, so you're just wrong. Like, okay, fine. So then you go in your basement, sit in your basement alone. Don't connect with anybody in any way, shape, or form. Don't listen to anybody's story. Don't listen to anybody's struggle. Don't listen to any music, because where do you think music comes from? What do you think music does? It inspires people. What do you think songwriters do when they write songs about depression and addiction and heartbreak? They're sharing their stories, not because they think that they're special or they're better than you. They're sharing their story to express themselves for themselves, but maybe also to friggin' inspire somebody else. That's the beauty of art and connectivity. The whole reason why we sit around campfires with our, well, I don't really sit around campfires, but it's the whole reason why you sit down and you listen to your grandparents speak and tell their story. Not because you think their story is so fascinating, and some grandparents' stories are fascinating, but not because you think that they're better than you, but you listen to their stories so that you can see if there's something in there that you can relate to and get inspiration from. When I hear my grandmother tell me stories of her and my grandfather and this and that, it makes me reflect on who I am as a person. I don't know. But I did. Thank you, Vera. Thank you, Vera. And that's right. Videos do help, and especially on platforms like this. My biggest idol is, and that's what I was saying too. I'm like, dude, you don't idolize anybody. You don't have a sports person or a singer that you idolize after. How do you not idolize somebody? What kind of human being are you? You don't look up to somebody. It doesn't have to be an entertainer or somebody in sports. It could be anybody, a political figure, dead or alive. Look at Martin Luther King, how much he inspired and motivated people. Like, how can you say that that's That's yes, Demi Lovato it's a sheer example of her sharing her story. You know, she's got this platform, and especially when you're in this position where people look up to you and people look at you as impenetrable and people look at you as this person that whose life is perfect. You know, when you have a platform like that people look up to you and idolize you, you have a responsibility to share your story of struggle, just so that you can maybe keep the next two or three people even from going down a dark road. If you have that power and that ability to do that, why not share your story? I don't know, just where he was coming from, it just didn't make sense to me. It seemed as though he had a lot of negativity that he was holding on to. And I said, you know, I hope, I was like, maybe, and I meant it genuinely. I'm like, maybe you need to write yourself a letter. It seems that way, you know, from what you're saying. It seems to me that maybe you need to release some of these energies that you're keeping in or whatever. Because we all need somebody to look up to. Again, whether it's me, Justin Timberlake. If Justin Timberlake came out tomorrow with a book, look, he wrote a book, so he's sharing his story. And if in that book he wrote about how he struggled with depression and maybe had marital issues, but they got through it, that would inspire. That would just be so inspiring to me, especially as somebody who puts him up on this this plane of perfection, you know. You know, you really can't please everyone, but you don't have to prove anything to people like that. Thank you, Sheila. But honestly, I didn't feel like I had to prove anything to him. I was genuinely reaching out to him and having a dialogue with him, like to genuinely help him, because I felt for him. I really did. I felt bad. Like, how do you live your life? Basically saying that no singer or songwriter should ever write a song about anything because they're not in any position to. Then who is? Who is? It just doesn't make any sense. Folks like you are much more credible than a star with a book that's fully edited, so he'll not get into trouble. Yeah, I mean, that's why I love these live streams, you know, because nothing that is said is planned. The conversation isn't planned. It's just casual. You sit, whatever comes to your brain, your heart, comes out. Yeah, he was definitely bitter about stuff. And that's what I said. I'm like, listen, I don't know your story. I don't know your struggles. But I genuinely hope that you can maybe in life find something to be inspired by. We all have issues, just our issues are different. Deep down, we all have the same. Yeah, and that's the thing. I wasn't getting on a video saying my issues are so important. Everybody stop your lives. You have to listen to what I'm saying because my problems are the worst that there ever were. Obviously, I know there are people out there with way bigger problems than me, you know. Um, I understand that. I get that. But he was like, I forget what he said about like, why should people listen to what you have to say, basically, or why should anybody listen to your story? And I was like, dude, I'm not saying I'm a woman. These are boobs. I was like, dude, I'm not saying that people should or shouldn't. I'm not getting, if people pass by my video, I'm not getting like upset about it. I'm not saying people should or shouldn't do anything. I'm just posting it, and whoever wants to watch can watch. With a low with a low IQ or EQ, emotional, um, emotional IQ. What time is it? 5:48. I have to feed my dog. Yeah. Yeah. I've never taken an emotional IQ test. I feel like if I took one 3 years ago, if I took one like 3, 4 years ago, my emotional IQ would probably have been a lot. I've grown a lot in the last couple of years, you know, and I'm still growing and I'm still learning and going through the motions. But I've definitely, oh, thank you, Vera. Yeah, they have. Um my emotional IQ has definitely gone up for sure. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Intello. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you. That's a compliment. I'll take it. There's my dog. My mom's probably. Hold on a second. Hold that thought. Stop yelling. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I just gotta take care of this. Why? Why? Yeah, you're the boy. You're not gonna eat. There you go. That's for you. Thank you, Sue. Come on, Boopy. Ow. You hear that rain? Jeez. Ew. I look really gross. Hello to you in France. Oui, oui. Tori, when are you finally getting that record deal? I want to. Thank you, Vera. I don't know. I don't know what I want. Yeah, he's a cute guy. He's a cute little guy. Yeah. Hold on, he needs help getting up on the bed. There you go, Poopy. There you go. He'll literally sit on the floor and stare up at my bed and cry. He goes, "Meow, meow." Well, life will take you wherever you have to be. Yeah, I'm just kind of, at this point, just trying to take it one day at a time, He's just really lazy. Like, there are times where he'll completely just run right up, and then times where he's like, pick me up, peasant. Like, that's like his mind state, If you could just see him right now, I wish I could just show you a picture of this dog. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. By the way, I'm here because of your reaction on Eddie Griffin. I love Eddie Griffin. He's funny. I gotta do more comedy reactions. I've been really into comedy lately, to be quite honest. Come on, come on, come on. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. As long as you're willing to help Luigi. I've been lately. Oh, no, You Spolet High R. Russell Peters top 10 funny. I'm gonna have to really. I've been watching a lot of stand up lately. Hello, Ada Myers. It's time for me to play some Fortnite. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day, evening. Love you very much. But he does speak of cultures in a way some folks may get offended. It's okay. I think that's what comedy is. You're supposed to, they're it's pushing the envelope, taking uncomfortable topics and putting a funny spin. Comedy always comes from a very dark place, and that's a coping mechanism for people, is to make jokes about their situations. So I think it's okay to take your opinions or unpopular opinion and make jokes about it. There are certain comics where you're like, okay, now you're just being an asshole. But yes, there are a lot of people. There are so many people that get so damn offended by everything, man. It's annoying. It really is annoying. What is that piece of hair doing? Can't wait to get a haircut. College kids watch Seinfeld. Oh God, and tell me the college kids were offended by Seinfeld. Like the show Seinfeld or like his stand up. And many of the jokes they said could not fly today. Well, there was a show taken off the air because I think it was, what's his name? The guy that, Tim Allen? Is that his name? His show where he, like, a lot of the jokes were very conservative um, leaning, and they ended up taking his show off the air because it was like a conservative spin on things. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I don't particularly, there are certain conservative, I think, viewpoints that I have. Not a lot at all. Like the whole gun thing, like I want a gun. But I understand that many of like the Democrats and the liberals out there aren't trying to take away guns from people. It's just logic. Like the logic behind the whole gun argument is so stupid. Like on the right, where people are like, well, criminals are gonna get guns anyway, whether there's rules or not. My argument to them is, okay, understandable. A robber, a burglar who wants to steal all your shit in the middle of the night is gonna find a way into your house whether you lock your doors or not. Does that mean that you leave all your fucking doors open in the middle of the night? No. You're not gonna be like, it's not like you're like, well, a drunk driver is going to drive drunk anyway and kill everybody on the road anyway and not care. So I'm just not going to wear my seatbelt or open my eyes while I'm driving. Like, that's so stupid. Obviously, yes. Obviously, a criminal is going to get a gun anyway, illegally, legally. Why make it easier for them to get it legally? Why make that an easier thing? Why not just put rules in place that make it harder for mentally ill people and criminals to get guns? People with violent histories. Why not just make it harder? I don't get it. It's literally just logic. Like, with your logic, then you should never lock your windows and doors at night. Because guess what? A burglar is going to get in anyway. They're going to force entry into your house. They're going to force their way. They're a criminal. They're going to get into your house, no matter how much you lock your doors. So screw your alarm system, right? That's basically, it's like, why have police officers? Criminals are going to be criminals anyway, so why do we have police officers? Because there's still going to be bad people out there. Like, what? Are you stupid? That's not even an argument. Yes, criminals are going to get guns. Yes, criminals are going to be criminals. But if we can maybe get rid of them by having certain rules and laws, and that's literally like they don't even understand the logic. with that argument, you could literally say, why have laws? People are going to break the law anyway. Why have laws? But nobody would ever say that. It's like, why put drunk driving laws in place if people are going to drive drunk anyway? Well, because there needs to be consequences. Or maybe don't make it so easy for people to get behind the wheel drunk. Duh. Same thing with gun laws. Put gun laws in place so that maybe it's not so easy for that mentally ill person to get a gun. And a lot of these shootings that have happened, these people have gotten these guns legally. I want to say maybe the last 5, I mean, there's been so many shootings, but maybe the last 5 shootings that really made the news, every single person, if I'm not mistaken, has gotten their gun legally. So clearly there's an issue here. Clearly that argument does not hold any weight. That argument is literally just went down the tubes. Like, clearly. Yeah, same. I think it's zero tolerance here too. I say if you're sane, you can have a gun. Absolutely. It's fine to have a gun for protection. I will eventually get my pistol license and have a gun for protection. But guess what? I don't mind being screened up the wazoo for my gun. If you want to literally interview every single person in my entire life to make sure that I'm a sane person, it makes me feel safer. That's like saying terrorists are going to bomb planes anyway. They're going to find a way. So let's not have any security checking bags because screw it. What? No. Like, duh. To me, it's just the argument is so stupid. That argument is just so stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Like, logically, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, I'm going to have a pistol in my house. Because guess what? The minute that burglar who does force entry into my house steps foot in my house, they're getting shot right in the head. It's okay to protect yourself. And that's the other thing. A semi-automatic. What exactly do you need a semi-automatic for? I would love to know why. I'm pretty sure, and I haven't really checked this factually, but I read somewhere that that the guy who invented the semi-automatic was a military guy. And he even said when he was, I think he's dead now, but he even said when he was alive, he didn't even have one because he didn't make it for the civilian. He made it for the military people. If you're going to war, you need a semi-automatic. Yeah, you need to be able to like pick people off. But if somebody's in my house, I don't need a semi-automatic to protect myself. That's it. You just need more restrictions. That's all. It's okay. And the sane people, the people who have nothing to hide, the people who have nothing to worry about, shouldn't be upset. Why be upset? Go through the motions. And if you're a sane individual, you can get a gun. It's like, you know. I don't know. The gun topic is, you know, for hunting and protecting guns, you need a regular hunting rifle and a pistol. If more than 2 people break into your home, trust me, even a semi-auto won't save you. That's true. But I think burglars are, like, most of the time there's like one person. I mean, you hear about 2 people more than 2 people breaking into houses. Come on, come on. I don't know. There's a lot of that. To me, it's just the way I argue with people like that, which I don't normally do. But if I were to, you just got to use their logic against them. Take a different scenario and the same logic that they're using, and being like, okay, then I guess you don't lock your doors at night, and I guess you don't wear a condom because you just don't protect yourself ever with anything. You probably don't wear a seatbelt because, hey, if you're going to die, right? So stupid. Like at the classic crime stories, pistols were kept at home, not AKs. Maybe you should be an advocate. You're good at this. Thanks. Thank you. Give me something to do for sure. Come on, come on. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. Heart now, darling. I advocate lately for freedom of expression on the net. Yeah, I think people should be obviously able to express themselves any way that they want, as long as they're not being, as long as they're not threatening anybody. There have been a lot of times. I'm going to go off topic here and ask you if you heard of 2 blues singers, Beth Hart and Samantha Fish. Samantha Fish, I've heard of, I think. If not, you must check them out. They are freaking amazing. I'll definitely check them out, though. Maybe do a reaction. There'll be no fair use. Yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Well, even now with like reaction videos, it's like so difficult to make a living doing reaction videos unless you have like a Patreon to donate to. Have another little bit of my heart now, darling. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. Actually, you drive traffic to the content. So they should thank you for it. Literally, that's literally what it is. You're making people aware of the artist, the song, the singer. Like, well, the singer and the artist are the same thing, but you're making people aware of the content. Because I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, I'll watch a reaction video, and then I'll go to the original video and watch the original. So that's the beauty of it. Hello, Tori, just got off from work. Hello, Angel Rose. Make a Patreon. I think you would do great on that. Thank you. I have one. I just don't promote it. Anybody who wants to donate, feel free. Matthew Mann, what's up? I feel weird promoting my Patreon. I don't know how to. I would love to make this a living and do this for a living. You know, that's my dream. But I just feel weird. This discussion, we've had a very good discussion tonight. I didn't think anybody would be watching. eBay used to be a huge thing. Now Amazon takes over. I love Amazon. Amazon is where it's at. Even though Jeff Bezos doesn't really treat his employees correctly. But, uh-oh. Puppy? Sometimes I have to check to see if my dog is dead. Hold on a second. Hi, okay. You sleeping? You sleeping, sure. Come say hello. Come say hello. He hates me. Uh-oh, he's going to start barking in 3, 2. Yep. Didn't even make it to 1. Say hello, Ouija. This is how I hold him, like a baby. Wait, ready? I do this. No shade, but some of the ones I've seen that have them aren't as good as you. Ah, thanks, Angel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. He is a Maltese poodle. Really? That's weird, Vera. I've never had any issues with Amazon. Oh, you tired? Are you a tired pup? Well, whoop. This is what he does. He likes to sit in between. Poopy. Oh, he's gonna bark because he. Go get her. I think you should go get her. You can go get her? Or are you just gonna sit there and stare? Erica has a Maltipoo. They're good dogs. He's pretty good. He just barks a lot. Ah, thank you, Vera. Thank you, Edith. He looks so comfortable. Yeah, he is. He's an old man. Maltese poodle mixes are the best. Yeah, they're cute. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Yes, they are very vocal, as you can see. He's a yappy guy. But he's handsome. You're a handsome poop. His name is Luigi. I don't know if I said that. Hello, why do you turn your back to me? Why do you turn your back? He's a grumpy old man. Yeah, he is pretty smart. He's got really bad anxiety, though. I had a smoothie. I'm not really hungry right now. Hello? Hello? He likes his belly rubbed. He's like, why did you disturb me? I was laying on all of your blankets. He's a good guy. He's a good guy, this one. This boy. He's a good egg. Yep, he's a grumpy pup. I have 2 loudmouths over here, a Shih Tzu and Pomeranian. Oh my god, I love Pomeranians. But need to go. Bye. Bye, Eden. I can't believe he's not like going crazy right now. Luigi gets really, really calm around me sometimes. I think he likes me a little bit. Pup, do you like me? I'm a nice person, right? You want to go say hi to her? All right, let's go say hi. Go say hi. Come here. Come on. Come on. There she is. Yeah. Oh. I'm probably eat now. Come on. Come on. I have 1 male German Shepherd and 3 parrots. I love German Shepherds. I like big dogs. Take it. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. I'm envious of you. I can't have a dog in my rental. A parrot? I think we had a parakeet when I was little. One is the blue-fronted Amazon, one a sun Kenora, and one a white-bellied. I've never heard of any of that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. Nope, I have no idea. I had the most basic jello little parrot. I don't like keeping birds in cages. There's something about it that like bothers me. Because I feel like birds shouldn't be caged. It sounds really weird, but like birds need to be like I feel like all animals really, unless you're rescuing them or whatever, but I feel like animals need to be in their natural habitat. I don't like zoos as much as I love seeing the animals and stuff like that. I got an itch. I don't like the idea of keeping animals, jungle animals like lions. Like a lion should be in a jungle in its natural habitat being a lion. It like to me it's like would you put a human on display? You know, like would you cage a human up and put a human on display? No. Yes, that's it. Like I agree with saving the animals and keeping them alive, like keeping certain species alive and things like that. But the idea of caging animals, I don't like, especially birds. I think it's because like I've always wanted to fly. I've always wanted the ability to fly, be able to just fly, which is funny because I'm afraid of planes. But I've always wanted to be able to like spread my wings and fly. And like a bird can do that and is able to do that, but we cage them and keep them from doing that. We literally clip their wings. Too much grooming to keep up with. So since then my perspective changed. Wait. I had the chance to see lions in the wild. How was that? I want to hug a lion. They had human zoos? That's crazy. Honestly, some humans should be more caged than friggin' animals. The people in human zoos were Eskimos, African blacks, African pygmies. That's really sad. You've been to a safari in Kenya? Oh my God. One day I'll do that. And it was a human zoo. We were in a small car. I get it. I totally get that. You know you got it if it makes you feel good. Oh, my eyes are killing me right now. But then I can't see shit. Hello? Angel, we reminded you that you have to let the dogs out. Yeah, I don't like caged birds. Bothers me. Like my favorite animal. Yeah. Nice. That's what I like to hear. My favorite animal is a penguin. And I've always said, like, I want a penguin one day. I want to own one and have one, and I want to name it Willie, just because. Please don't judge me. But now, as I get older and like I start to become more sensitive to certain things, like I realize a penguin needs to be in its natural habitat. It does bother me too. My boss had a parrot that got destructive, tore feathers out. And we had to go and talk to him. Oh my God. Emperor penguins look like the best king penguins. Have their merit, of course. I really want one of those like small penguins, the ones that like are always like they're always being dressed up in in like funny costumes. I would really enjoy thoroughly enjoy owning one of those penguins or just like playing with one for a day. They're oh my God, they're adorable. Penguins are the most adorable creatures on this planet. They really are. They friggin' waddle around. Oh my God, I love them. And also, if you think about penguins too, and like how they are, um, like when they pick a mate, they mate for life, and then what the male penguin brings the female a rock. He finds a pebble on the wherever the hell he is, wherever they are. He'll find the male penguin will bring the female penguin a pebble as a way of saying like I'm yours, and then they mate for complete life, like no takebacks, like nothing. We're in it for life. Like there are gay penguins out there, male penguins that because the males they choose the female, but don't ask me how I know this. I think I saw it on a TED talk one time. The males choose the females, right? But the cute thing about it is they can't tell the difference between a male penguin and a female penguin. So they'll choose a penguin and not realize it that they chose a male, like a male chose another male. But because they mate for life, they go with it. Like they're obviously sexually attracted to the other male, and they'll go with it and mate for life. And then they get upset because they can't make babies. So there's this one zoo who sometimes and it works out. This is the crazy thing. It works out because this is why being gay is not a choice. It's just a natural thing that happens. what'll happen is the females will lay eggs after mating and then leave. Like some females will like abandon the eggs. So this one zoo took an abandoned egg because these gay penguins were like sitting on rocks thinking that they were eggs, and they didn't want the penguins to be disappointed. So they found one of the abandoned eggs and gave it to these gay penguins, and the gay male penguins are, you know, raised babies with the abandoned, like they basically adopted this this baby penguin. Isn't that something? And look at that. Nobody in the penguin community ever looks at these gay penguins and says, you're an abomination, you're going to hell, and you're doing something bad. So isn't that, we could really take a little bit of something from the animals, because there's so many gay animals. There really is. I wonder what they taste like, though, just to experiment. Like eggs? Oh, no, I can't. I wouldn't be able to. In the face of those who say being gay is that's what I'm saying, right? Like, screw that. They're way better than us. Animals, yeah, they really are. Again, going back to connectivity and being part of a community and a tribe. Like, look at the animals. Indeed, and the main predators for penguins are leopard seals and orcas. I love orcas, though. I saw that zoo, I think. You're sure they're not bisexual, pansexual, or well, yes. Technically, they're not gay. They're pansexual. They just fall in love with, you know, they mate for life with whatever they can get. So I'm sure if those male penguins found females to mate with, they'd be fine, you know? But that's the thing. They're just so open to, okay, that's cool, you know? Like, oh, it's a man? You're a man? All right. Like, you don't see one penguin looking at the other penguin and be like, dude, what the hell did we just do? Like, they're just like, all right, we made it for life, dude. You're stuck with me. Love you. Bye. You sure they're not oh, I read that. They're way more advanced than us. Yeah, they are. Bonobos have big orgies. Yes, I heard that. Bonobos are really big into like gay sex. And dolphins can have gay sex. I've heard of that. Good morning, Raven. Yeah, sexuality is a spectrum for sure. Whatever tickles your pickle, you know. That's the thing. Hello, Mary Grace Medina. That's the thing. Like, we have that burden of society, you know, of like what's normal and what's not. Amen. But what would you do? What would you think about bestiality that happens as well as necrophilia? I don't support that. But I don't think you could put being gay and bestiality in the same category. You know, when you're gay, you're screwing the same species. You know, that's like a zebra and a leopard having sex. Like, that wouldn't happen. I mean, they're still in the same, I guess, species, I guess you could say. Necrophilia, necrophilia, I don't really think you should have sex with anything that's dead. That's just my opinion. I think once, you know, consent is a thing, you are someone I could have an offline friend. Oh, thank you, Vera. Yeah, you're dope. Basically, I think if there's consensus and consent, it's okay. Tigers and lions can have kids. Yes, ligers. Yes, tigers and lions. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, crossbreeding is definitely a thing. But there's still, aren't they still like under, like, there's like different kingdoms and shit, right? I don't know. I didn't take a zoology class, but I don't think anything, whether you're human or an animal, there are certain things in the animal kingdom that the animals can get away with because they're primitive. So basically, you know, lions will like rape a lioness. Like a lion will just, a lot of animals, it's not like they don't take the lionesses out for drinks before they try and screw them. A lion will see a lioness in heat and he'll just mount her and start doing his thing. He doesn't ask permission. There's no consent. I'm sure there is some sense of consent. You know, it's just a natural thing that when a lioness is in heat, obviously she's trying to mate, I guess, if that makes sense. And no one judges them. In fact, they are huge. Well, tigers and lions are basically the same species, but a different subspecies. That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's what I mean. Just as we're all humans, but we have different races. Actually, yeah, I saw those getting jiggy. They seem to be in pain. Yeah. Lions are crazy. I think it's like one lion will see a lioness and like, well, two lions will see a lioness and then the one lion that wins, the other lion will try to kill that lion and its babies. Like, let's say I'm a lion and I see a lioness and I'm competing for the lioness's stuff, you know, and I'm the alpha. I end up winning and making babies with that lioness, and she's pregnant. She has her babies. The lion that I was competing against will then come, try and kill me, and if he succeeds, he'll kill the cubs, the babies, and try and remate with that same lioness. They're crazy. It's out of control. That's like literally like basically what happens. True, that's messed up. On the other hand, cheetahs are the champ single mom. They are? I didn't know that. On average, male lions will fight to the death while male tigers try to avoid a fight to the death. I didn't know that tigers avoided, but I definitely know like that lions are cutthroat. They'll kill each other to get, you know, to get the female. It's crazy. It's like out of control. Imagine you like marry somebody. Imagine if that was like okay in our society. You marry somebody, you have children with them, and then somebody else is allowed to just barge into your home, kill you, kill your kids, and then your wife just has to be like okay with it. And your wife basically says, all right, here I am. That's it. Like the lionesses don't get a say in the matter at all. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Vera. In a strange way, I admire that about lions much of the time. They have true warrior spirit. Yeah. Yeah, lions definitely are strong. But that's the thing. Each species is different. But there are still, I'm pretty sure there are gay tigers or something like that. And I read somewhere that in some species of animals, the gay ones are actually looked up to, and looked up to as like higher stature. In a strange way, oh, I read that. Basically, this is what they did at the times of old-fashioned medieval wars. They simply burnt the village, killed your hubby, and raped. Yeah, literally, that's where chastity belts came from, right? Or something like that. But that's the thing. There are plenty of gay. The moral of the story is there are plenty of gay animals. So to say that being gay is unnatural, when literally in the natural habitat of animals, there's gayness and orgies and just a lot of sex and a lot of like even masturbation, like gorillas masturbate a lot. I think I was at a zoo one time and a gorilla was like feeling himself. I was like, well, that's awkward, but it happens. What's up, Grex? That is surprising because as far as the human species goes, non-heterosexuals in general are looked down upon. In some nations and countries, they will outright eliminate you for that. That's what I'm saying. It's weird. It's complete. I think it was National Geographic. It wasn't even like a non-credible, like website or whatever. It was National Geographic did either an article or a segment about how some gay animals in certain species are actually looked up to. In Kenya, officials did find 2 lions doing it. Well, there you go. The ancient Greeks, men had boyfriends for fun and wives for for making babies, procreating. Yeah, being gay is, if you're gay, you're gay. And that's the thing. Sexuality is fluid. It's definitely a fluid thing. And they were like, the Greeks and the Romans were freaks.
Who are you talking to? The people?
Yes, Deb.
Just check. Just check.
Can you close that?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I bought that 23andMe.
You did?
Yep.
I actually want it too. But Christianity and Islam brought along homophobia. Yeah, I think the Bible was definitely written as a way to control people and keep people under rule, for sure. Homophobia is just stupid. It really is just stupid. When people say like, oh, you need to have babies, that's, how you create. Yes, you need a man and a woman to create a baby, but you don't need a man and a woman to raise a good baby. Like, biologically, yes, you need a man, obviously, a sperm, and you need an egg. But what happens after that sperm and egg is none of my goddamn business. Hello, more Andy. What would they say if I started to judge them by who they sleep with? That's it. That's like me saying, like, only blondes and blondes can be together, and only brunettes and brunettes can be together. Like, and judging straight people. If like a blonde guy likes a brunette girl, it's just preference. That's what it is. That's what your sexual orientation or your sexual preference. Well, let's say, for example, they were pedophiles. Then what would be your opinion and outlook? Well, that's where consent comes in. Children don't have the ability they don't have control over pedophilia, and being gay is just not the same. It's not the same. Homosexuality is an adult female and an adult female coming together and saying, hey, I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me, let's do our damn thing. That's homosexuality. Pedophilia is a predator, an older person above the legal age of consent going to a child under the legal age of consent and basically either manipulating them to have sex with them or forcing it. So that's where rape comes in, and forceful sex comes in. That's different. That's different. That's molestation. It's the same way I wouldn't be okay with a female raping another female. I'm all for homosexuality, clearly, and gay sex, wonderful. Straight sex, wonderful, as long as there's consent. The same way I'm not okay with a dude raping a female, I'm also not okay with a female raping a dude, forcing sex on a dude. I'm also not okay with a male raping another male, or a female raping another female, whether they're above the age of consent or not. I'm not okay with that. It's all about consent. Which do you prefer? Blondes, brunettes, redheads, gingers, ravens, grayheads, whiteheads, or bolds? Brunettes. I'm not into blondes. Even certain sex acts are not okay if not consented within. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sex needs to be about consent. If it is not consensual, it's not sex. It's rape or molestation. But what if the minor happened to have a high level of maturity and intellect ingrained in them? These are really good questions. Like, these are really philosophical questions. I would still say no. I would still say no. I'm not okay with pedophilia at all. Even if the minor had a high level of maturity and intellect, I don't think they're still capable of, because if they had a good level of maturity and intellect, that I don't think says much about emotional maturity. I mean, maturity, but still, I just don't think I still don't think they're under the age of consent. They're able to make the right decisions. I was very mature for my age, emotionally. Good morning, Jenny. Cheers to you in Qatar. I was very mature for my age, but I still made stupid decisions. Now, this is a good one. However, it's easy to argue they are mature just so the perv gets away. Yes, exactly. You could be mature, naturally mature, but still lack the experience to make the right decisions. You know, certain levels of maturity take experience. What if we added common sense along with maturity and intellect? I would still say no. I don't think that a really mature 13-year-old or 12-year-old or 10-year-old is capable of maintaining or even making the correct decision when it comes to sex with a 25-year-old. And to me, it's just very disgusting. They're not biologically developed, really. Like, you can be a mature 10-year-old. There are mature 10-year-olds out there that have loads of common sense. But biologically, their brains are just not as developed as adults. Their bodies are not as developed as adults. What's up, Tommy Richards? below 16, their brain is mush. That's a scientific term for sure. Yeah, I mean, there are wonderful 10-year-olds out there doing wonderful things, but sex should not be one of those things, especially not sex with an experienced 25, 30-year-old, 20-year-old. It's just, it shouldn't happen. We're talking about pedophilia. Welcome to the chat. We're having a wonderful chat about pedophilia. Like, at 10, I knew a lot of things at 10, like, even sexually. But, like, I wasn't ready still to do those things. Yeah, it's philosophical. We're having a philosophical discussion about pedophilia. I don't know how we got here. I genuinely don't. We were talking about gay animals, and then all of a sudden we talked about pedophilia and necrophilia. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have the mental capacity. Like, hormonally, literally, hormonally, your body's just not able to, as at 10 years old, you may know things and you may understand things intellectually, but hormonally within your body, especially females, you're just not there yet. I understand what you mean, but I think not all pedophiles are child molesters, but all child molesters are. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Um, but what am I vaping? This is Hulk tears. Well, I still, and I understand that, like, not all pedophiles act on the pedophilia. They're just attracted to young kids, and they go to therapy and try and, like, understand why the hell they're so attracted to young children. But pedophilia is a mental disorder, as it should be, because it's not, it's I just don't agree with pedophilia. Like, if my nieces, oh my god, I'm gonna curse. I'd fucking literally kill any 20-year-old or dude or female above the age of consent trying to court my under the age of consent nieces. Oh my god, that's it. It'd be a wrap. I'd be in jail. Yes, I think maybe rehabilitation or some sort of behavioral therapy, possibly. But is necrophilia sexual intercourse with a corpse? Yes, yes, it is. That would be necrophilia. Yep. Which, again, it's the same way, like, I don't agree with you with somebody trying to have sex with somebody else while they're sleeping. You need consent. In order to give consent, you have to be mature enough biologically and mentally. And yeah. I mean, when I was 16, I dated somebody that was like 5 years older than me. She was 21. I was 16 at the time. I don't think we went there until I was age of consent. I was 17. But even now, like, looking back, yeah, that was a little weird. That was a little weird. What does a 21-year-old, like, when I was 21, I wanted nothing to do with 17-year-olds. Even that dynamic. Like, at 29, I want nothing to do with 25-year-olds. And that's only it's still like age of consent, like you're still the consenting adults. I don't, like, to me, it's like the brain capacity is just so different. When I think of my 24, 25-year-old self compared to my 28, 29-year-old self, it's like two totally different people. Two totally different people. Because that, like Vera said, that experience, certain experiences just change you and change, like, and just growing up and getting older just changes you as a person, makes you, your priorities change in life. At 35 plus, I can't imagine, let's say at 29, 32. That's what I'm saying. I can't even imagine dating somebody 5 years younger than me. 24, that's a baby to me in my head, especially, like, the mind, like I said, the mind state is so different. Better as much as it happens to be somewhat traumatizing. Yeah, Yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely traumatizing. It's a traumatizing experience. I've always, I've always been with older females. Especially that, no offense, but many dudes mature slower. Well, that's the thing though. It's not even like you're trying to be a douche, but that's again biologically, mentally, females just mature um, faster. That's why you see a lot of females going for older guys because it's like the maturity level just matches up at a certain point. Yeah, I've never the youngest person that I ever was in a relationship with, she was a year younger and it was I was like 18, 19. No, I was 20. I think it was like no, I was like 19 from 19 to 20 and she was 18 to 19. And it was like the worst experience of my life. I mean, she wasn't really the best pick of the litter, but as taxpayers, I believe we need a complete overhaul of the criminal justice system, especially when it comes to what about MILFs and DILFs? Well, nowadays, here's my logic with this. Nowadays, people are having kids so young that like you could literally meet a DILF or a MILF at the age of 20, like a 20-year-old MILF. I don't personally um, ever want to date somebody who has at this age right now. Do not want anything to do with anybody with a child. That's just my personal preference because I've been there, done that. I didn't like older dudes. If anyone is single at that age, something must be off. That's true too. Then you gotta wonder. Some of these things can be avoided with good mental health care. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You reach a certain age where it's likely that that person has a kid. Like if I was 35 years old and I was still single, you know what I mean? Um, or like I was single and I came across somebody who had a kid, obviously that would make sense. Bye, Elizabeth. Has anyone ever tried to guilt trip you, to manipulate and deceive you into feeling remorse, shame, regret, or disappointment by not wanting to help? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. You know that used to be a fight with my ex girlfriend and I. I don't think she was going out of her way to try and deceive me or whatever, but she did definitely make me feel guilty for not wanting to um, like spend more time with her child, basically. But I just wasn't there. I wasn't there, like mentally. I was not ready to play step parent at that point. But I try to avoid it. Messy baby mamas bring only stress. Yeah, baby mamas are crazy. By the way, try to visit my country. Yes, I will, Elizabeth. Also, I'm actually use you as a sitter. Wow, no, no. See, like that's one thing. My ex never did that, and we did reach a point where it was like, I need like it was definitely a barrier because it's like you want to go out with that person and experience life, but they have a child that they have to care for. So it's like when all your friends who don't have children are going out and, oh, hey, let's go out for drinks, you know, and you can't because there's a child at that age, at my age, that age that I was at, I was like 22, 23. Yeah, it was difficult. This is why lacking a conscience would be so much easier. Yeah. hmm I'm like that though. Like, my motto is like, not my child, not my problem, Like, and that may sound stupid or douchey, but I love my nieces to death. My nieces are my life. I love them. They are my heart, but they are not my children. And they are not, if I'm not babysitting them, they are not my responsibility if we're all out in a social setting and everybody's, having a good time. They are not my responsibility. They are the parents' responsibility. That's like just my motto in general. You know, we went away upstate this past summer, and I literally, like, in chalk, I wrote outside my door, "Not my kid, not my problem." I love kids. I do. I'm very good with kids. I love children. My nieces are my life. They love me. I love them. They're my heart, my soul. I love them very much, but um, but I didn't choose to have them. At the end of the day, because guess what? When I choose to have children and I make that choice to embark on that journey with my wife, I, me and my wife will have sat down and said, you know what? We are both ready to embark on this next chapter in our lives. That is our decision. And if we are making that decision to have children and bring children into this world, we will not be the types of parents that try and burden others who have either raised their children already or don't want children or don't have children with our children, because they're our responsibility. So, like, the flip side will be true. I will never ever, when I have children, I will not burden others with my children, and I won't get offended if others feel like burdened by my children. It's not something to be offended by. If you're a parent and you're choosing to be a parent, then you need to take care of your children. It's nobody else's responsibility. Your children are your responsibility. As messed up as it is, just think of how much easier it would be to get more things done being a high functioning sociopath. Yeah, without feelings, you mean? Thank you, Vera. Thank you. Yeah, my nieces are good. They're good kids. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, no, I know I'm not. I'm not ready to have children. There's so much more that I need to do in my life, that I want to do in my life before I can bring children into this world, you know? And if I'm going to bring children into this world, I'm going to do it the right way. And they're going to have a stable, um, um, financially stable, and emotionally stable set of parents so that they can live their best lives and live by the example of their parents. And just quite frankly, I like my freedom. I don't want to give up my freedom yet. And being physically abusive often backfires. I can't get how they could work as humans. Once I saved a 3-year-old from a pool, his mama didn't care. Wow. That's what I'm saying. There are way too many parents out there who just were not ready to have kids, and they're horrible parents. And guess what? You're raising another generation of assholes because you had kids too early. But there are feelings, just feelings of selfishness for the most part. Being a sociopath is much less difficult than being a narcissist, psychopath, or psychotic. Yeah, it would be so much easier if everybody just cared about themselves. It would be easier for us. If I just cared about myself and didn't give a shit about anybody else or anybody else's feelings, yeah, that would be easier because then I would do whatever the hell I want with no consequence of hurting anybody else. Yeah, absolutely. But in the grand scheme of things, again, it wouldn't be easier for us as human beings if every single person was a sociopath. It wouldn't be because our species would not survive. Literally, we would not survive. Fritz, yeah, that's the right thing to do. You should be financially, emotionally, physically ready. Yeah, exactly. There are way too many people having kids because they think, here I am. This is what I'm supposed to do in life at this age. Everybody around me is doing it, so let me do it. No. A Machiavellian is all about playing a game of chess, not checkers. But then the world would die faster from pollution and that's what I'm saying, Vera. Nobody would care about their neighbor. So we would all literally just die. We would literally die off. If 100% of the population was sociopathic and didn't give a shit about anybody else but themselves and had no remorse and no feeling for anything that they ever did, um, then there would be no help for the sociopaths because I guess the therapists would be sociopaths too. So they wouldn't be able to rehabilitate the sociopaths or give them some therapy. So it would just be a shit show. Currently, it's 1 in 5, which makes me cringe. Yes, yeah, it is 1 in 5. That's scary. It's a definitely a scary statistic to play around with. It means if you know 25 people, what is that? That 5 people are sociopaths. Well, aren't most politicians, business minds, and so on in high levels of government, law and order, people lacking any empathy? Yes, absolutely. That's a statistic too, I think. A lot of business minded people are sociopaths, but look at how they treat people. Look at governments. Look at how, do you think that the current state of politics is the best that it can be? Do you think when you look at the state of American politics that these politicians give a shit about the American people, regardless of what side they're on? No. And because of that, the non sociopathic people, the people under those people in power, are suffering tremendously. And then you have those business minded people that, yeah, they create wonderful businesses. That's great. But do they treat their employees the best that they can? No. What's up, Max? Like Jeff Bezos. You have to be a sociopath in order to treat your employees the way that Jeff Bezos treats his employees. Or just a greedy fuck. One of the two. Yeah, no, and that's not to say that everybody that's rich and makes money is an asshole. You know what I mean? That's not the case at all. Bill Gates, yeah, Bill Gates is, from what I hear, he gives back and everything like that. The Virgin Mobile guy, what's his name? I forget his name. I forget his name. I concur that very few high level doers actually literally have any compassion. Angel. Trump is a narcissist. Yeah, for sure. He is. But Bill did start from the bottom. Yes, but so did Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs started from the bottom too. In a garage, I think. But a lot of people say, he still had sociopathic tendencies. Like he didn't give a shit about um, his employees, apparently. I heard he was like a huge douchebag. The folks born into wealth never get. That's true. He's a narcissistic sociopath. And then you think about, is that money and success the end all be all? Just because you have money and success, does that make you some sort of trophy human? Because I don't think it does. It really doesn't. Yeah, you built a business. That's wonderful. You built a business because of your sociopathic tendencies. You were able to cutthroatingly build a business on the backs of other people, and you have all this money, but no emotion to show for it. What good is life? You know, like if you can never truly love, and you can never ever truly feel love, what good is, or compassion for another human being? What good is life? Like Michael Jackson did try to do charitable things. Yeah, but there was something weird going on with Michael Jackson, and like people were out to get him. So they're smart. They have high IQs, and I'm sure they do. But there are a lot of bad smart people out there, you know. Look at Hitler. I'm sure Hitler was intelligent. I mean, in order to manipulate a mass population of people and take them over and commit mass genocide like that, you have to be some sort of a smart individual, or at least know how to get into people's heartstrings. But just because you're smart doesn't make you a good person. Hitler was a fucking monster, you know. Look at all the people that look at the imperialists who went into Africa and took everything over and stole a whole entire group of people and enslaved them. You have to be somewhat manipulative and powerful in order to do that. But does that make them good? No, they're not good. Morally, they're shit people, you know? Stalin and Mao are even worse. Smarts only, I mean, it's good to be intelligent. It's good to have intellect. Um, but you have to balance that with the emotional intelligence. If you're a sociopath, there is no emotional intelligence because you don't feel any emotion. Hitler was a good artist? I had no idea. If intelligence does not pair with EQ, we are F. That's what I'm saying. You have to have some sort of emotional intelligence. The whole idea of life, the whole idea of life, even on a biological level, the whole idea of life is balance. So it's good. Like we tend to think of having one specific characteristic as good, but it's really not if you just have that one characteristic. You have to balance it. You know, you have to be well-rounded. That's the whole, again, even on a biological level, you know, let me think of something. Like on a cellular level, just the way that our cells, you know, are always trying to find balance, homeostasis in the body. Um, um, you know, like for how our bodies having a balanced pH level. But if your pH level goes too high, you get a disease. And if your pH level goes too low, you get a disease. So the entire idea of life in general is balance. If you can couple your intellect with emotional compassion and emotional intelligence, then that is what makes a person to look up to. Indeed, emotional quotient is another thing, as well as physical quotient and other quotients. Yeah. Well, technically, Jews are more than just a religion. There's Ashkenazi Jew DNA, after all. What do you study in college? Because you're truly well read and a joy to talk to. Who, me? Right now, I'm just in college getting my liberal arts degree, but I do actually want to go to either college for philosophy or I don't know. Right now I'm at a crossroads in my life, trying to figure out what I want my career to be. I do read a lot too, or at least I used to. I'm the most anti-artistic person out there. Not me. I'm an artist. You seem to be good with social studies and geography. Me? Honestly, I don't know. I think it's just I'm very. I read a lot. I just read a lot of stuff. I guess school helps too. I was an addict of the Discovery Channel when it had quality. Yeah, not a lot of TV has quality nowadays. Matt, thank you, Matt. I am actually. I'm a very quick learner. Um, Honestly, I'm a very quick emotional learner too. Eh, it's some things. I think once you open yourself up to learning new things, that's when you become a quick learner. I think for a very long time, emotionally, I was not a quick learner because I was not open to learning new things because I had some narcissistic tendencies, thinking that I was right all the time. I think now that I've opened myself up, I've had a spiritual and emotional awakening. I think now I'm emotionally a quick learner. Um, I've always been I've I've always been a reader, like intellectually. You've been chatting with us for hours. This is why you are so. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. So technically, I should be the ugly, bad, rich gal. But my sensitivity and morals don't let me be. Well, that's good though. And there's that whole question of, where do morals come from? A business major. Oh, damn. I don't know. I don't know what I want to go to school for. I've gotten accepted to a couple of really good schools actually so far. I never asked, but what do the tattoos mean? Well, this is a sleeve of, it's not done. Eventually I'll finish it. Of Disney sleeve. Um, this represents my family. Um, it represents a lot of things, actually. My grandmother, a time in my life, um, where a lot of things changed. This is a poem by Maya Angelou called Still I Rise. Um, it's one of the best poems ever. This is Mahakita, means I love you in Tagalog. What else do I have on here? Oh, this is a keyhole, like the key to the universe. It's basically me. There I am, sitting on a beach, watching the waves come in. This is the Taurus symbol here. And this is a blue rose. Blue is my favorite color. Thank you, Matt. What about psychology, sociology, and anthropology? I did take an anthropology course. It was pretty interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I've never taken sociology. Psychology was pretty interesting. Thank you, Vera. Thank you very much. And then up here, I'm going to get a half sleeve of the Archangel Michael, which represents strength and courage, the warrior angel. And then eventually I'll cover, the top part of my arm. I do want to get a couple pieces here. Yeah, they do all have some meaning for sure. This represents my family, my grandmother. This is, obvious. I did this for the territory group. No, I definitely, I used to do that. I used to definitely, again, as you get older, you realize, like, if you're going to get something on your body the rest of your life, it definitely needs to be thought out. Yeah, they are hard to stop. And then I have this one. That one's for my aunt who passed away of breast cancer. That was the first tattoo I ever got when I was 18. And I have this one too. It says promise, like pinky promise. Do any tattoo artists inspire me? No, to be honest, no, not really. It's all right, Vera. It's okay. She's with me. No, it's all right. It's all right, Matt. Yeah, she's always with me. Well, I need to go to bed. Hope to catch you soon. I think I'm going to get off too, actually. There's some things I have to do. How close were you and your aunt? We were actually really close. She actually wasn't a blood aunt. She was a very close friend of the family's, but loved us no different than her own family, and vice versa. And yeah, she was a wonderful human being. Yes, have an amazing day. I'm gonna get out of here too. But I love you all very much. And thank you for the friggin' philosophical conversation for the last 3 damn hours. I love you guys very much. I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.